All right, that ain't right. That ain't right at all. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm sitting here trying to schedule the live stream, and it just, I don't know. I did something wrong. Probably hit the wrong button. I can't see nobody. What's going on, everybody? I'm sorry about this. Uh, I was going to try to make it for 2 o'clock. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know what I hit. But you see, I ain't even dressed. I ain't ready. But I guess we just gonna get into it. Um, and especially with the subject matter, I really did wanna wait so I could prepare. Hell, I got my drawers on. I ain't even got no clothes on. But I want to say hello to everybody coming in the room. Suzette, back to me 2022. Uh, Simply Bill, how you doing? It's good to see everybody in here again. My bad. I was trying to set up two different videos and I set them both up just wrong. All right. I still had to go out here and feed the animals and everything. So that's gonna have to either y'all gonna go with me or I'm gonna push it back, one or the other. Or this video won't be as long. Okay. I didn't even prepare get no notes together. Usually I try to have a little notes, keep me on point, keep me focused. When I do a focus video, it's because I wrote down some notes and wrote down my thoughts. But we just gonna wing it like usual, and I'm gonna just try to stay, on point. Right out the gate, what the hell is going on? What is going on? I wanna talk about something. I do wanna talk about this. Uh I'm trying to stay away from certain things, but at the same time I can't. Man, it's hard for me to put my thoughts into words right now because I don't want to talk out the side of my neck with the subject at hand. Uh, Shit. What's going on? A lot of people wanted this situation going on right now. A lot of people voted for this. What's getting me is I don't think that people know how serious of a situation we're in right now. That's I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna try to stay there. I don't think people know. I don't think people know how close we are to think. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm sorry because I don't like saying number one. And number two, I don't want to say anything wrong right now because of how serious this is. This isn't one of my normal chats. I really wanted to think this out and write this out. So please excuse me. This will be the, if things go the way this man wants things to go, this will be the worst battle in world history. Not in U.S. history. This will be the bloodiest, most nonsensical, unprovoked, ridiculous, unscrupulous battle ever fought on the entire planet. Not in American history. I mean on the entire planet Earth of all of the written history that we know. I just want to say something, okay? It's people that still like this man. No matter what he does. It's people that love him no matter what he does. You know what I'm asking? Why aren't the people that still love this man calling him out on his mistakes? You can love a person. Listen. You can love a person and still call them out on their bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? I love my wife. I love her. But if she hitting with that bullshit, I'm gonna call her on it. She won't like it probably. But I'm gonna say stop that right there, and she'll do the same. If I'm hitting her up, or even y'all, you don't even know how many times my wife pulled me to the side like, don't talk about that, don't do that. Not that. She called me on that bullshit, loved me, been married for over 30 years, well over 30 years. But right is right, wrong is wrong, and then there's your opinion. I don't have no problem. Listen, Linda. Denzel Washington is one of my favorite actors, okay? But in that last movie, I don't even want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Denzel Washington is one of my favorite actors. But I don't approve of everything Denzel Washington does just because he's Denzel Washington. It's certain things I don't approve of, and I refuse to support it. Now, if I saw Denzel Washington, much love, give him that, you know. But I'm also going to say, hey, man, what was with that last movie? If somebody gave me a chance to sit down with Denzel Washington, you know, in his own spot or behind the scenes, I'm going to say, hey, if you don't mind me asking, Mr. Washington, may I call you Denzel? Sir, what? You got the money. You got the fame. You got the stardom. You got the... Are you bored? Are you bored? You know, because that's the only thing that explains to me some of the things. Just, you understand? Listen, and people don't like Barack Obama. Listen, I like Barack Obama, but, big old but. Barack Obama wasn't perfect, and trust and believe, Barack Obama approved a handful of shits that I did not like. He signed into law a couple of things I did not like one little itty bitty bit. Everybody think you on one side or the other side of this side. I'm gonna say this. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm German smurfing down the fence of this. Cause me, I don't care what side you on. If you do some dumb ish to the community and to the public, I'm calling you out on that. I think Barack was powerful, well-spoken, professional, dignified, everything respectable. He did represent this country well, but that don't mean he did everything right. And frankly, which president did? Absolutely nan, damn, not damn, nan, one of them. None of them, non, nan. Because if they would have all done something right, it wouldn't even be, nobody would even be over on this rock fumbling around with people. My problem is, let's call it what it is. Now, everybody kept telling me since last summer, everybody been telling me, oh, but he gonna fix the economy and he gonna do this. And I said, okay. He gonna fight immigration. Okay. I gave everybody all that. I let people say what they wanted to say and do what they wanted to do. He said the administration that was in place, all they wanted to do was start wars. That's all he kept saying. He's 100% against war, starting war, provoking war. He don't want to even say the word war. That was his whole campaign. Deportation of illegal criminal immigrants, deportation of illegal criminal, okay? And no wars. That was his whole run. What happened? I'm asking now. I'm asking to the people because I still see this one woman will not get off his sack. I have never seen anything like this in my life. I have never read anything like this in my life. I will say this, though. I read this before, and you ain't gonna believe what I'm telling you. I read a book like this before, and it became a cult following. It wasn't necessarily, it started out as a movement, but it became a cult. And it's one of the best-selling books on the planet. And now, that thing that started out to be a movement is truly now like a cult. And people don't think so, but I could break that down. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, but it's a cult. And I stay far away from it myself. I can't make this up. I stay away from people like that. And I seen a couple of them pop up in the room soon as the live stream came up. It's a cult. All I'm asking people to do is, man, just call this dude on his bullshit. I'm not saying you need to jump from one side to the other side. All I'm saying is, man, just admit you're wrong. Just admit that you're wrong before he tear the freaking club up. Please. Oh my God. This country, we said I wasn't going to do that. This country is so stubborn. We so full of ourselves. We are so full of ourselves that we don't even know when to say I'm sorry or I was wrong because of your fake ass pride. You know? Happy Juneteenth. You know, it's Juneteenth, and what made me want to do this video is Juneteenth. And you want to know the first headline I read this morning is you taking Martin Luther King's statuette head bust out of the White House. Can somebody tell me, please, how removing Martin Luther King's statuette out of the White House is fighting corruption or saving the country money? Can somebody tell me why changing the names of all of our American heroes of color are being removed from every state monument and every ship, naval ship, every federal building? Can somebody tell me where that's saving us money, keeping us safer, because that's costing us money changing that stuff. It's actually costing the taxpayers money to have those names changed. It's costing the taxpayers money to remove all of the artifacts from people of color that did great things from museums and places where we can read about our history. What is that helping the country? How is that helping the country? I'm listen. I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. Now I got proof. If you keep people stupid, they'll do whatever you tell them to do. If you keep people away from the public, they'll do whatever you tell them to do. I can prove it. When they take knowledge out of the libraries and they take knowledge out of the colleges and they shut down colleges and they make it so the people that can't get to college and can't afford college and take away all of the ways that help you pay for to higher your education. When you dumb down America so the next generation won't learn how to fight the oppression, you're setting yourself up for future failure. And there is no reason on the face of the earth to shut down any higher educational standards whatsoever. We're already in bad shape. So all of the money that was just spent on that piss poor parade, that could have saved our whole educational system. That could have you're taking grants away from people and Social Security away from people and Medicaid and Medicare away from everybody. All of that money just paid for you to sit and try to stay woke and watch that parade squeak by and look at you like you're an idiot. All of the money that he just took from the American people, a lot of the money that he took from the American people out of our pockets. There's people right now laid off, fired from their jobs, locked up, and You wanted us to celebrate the downfall of America with you sitting up in a seat with a bunch of other morons to watch us watch you. The only people that was there, all of them, everybody at that parade, let's be honest, was dressed like Flavor Flav. What is that telling you? Nobody there had right good sense, man. Nobody there had right good sense. Everybody there was dressed like Flavor Flav. Did you see any of the people was reporting and people were interviewing people, and everybody that they reported and everybody that they interviewed, and as you could look around the crowd, everybody was dressed like damn Carrot Top in the 80s and Flavor Flav now. Like, you're coming to see an American parade. Let's just say you put his birthday aside. You're coming to see an American parade to celebrate the 250th birthday of the U.S. Army. You came to that looking like a circus clown. That's what you chose. You said, I'm going to wear this today. If history comes and somebody writes my story today and takes video footage of me today, this is what I want to wear on such a special occasion. Even if you're there for that man to celebrate him, you think that you're representing him because you respect and love him so much. I'm going to go dressed as a freaking circus clown. See, nothing makes sense even if you love him. If you love him that much and you respect that man that much, why did you come dressed like that, looking like that, talking like that, drunk like that? That parade made America let me back up. For all of the people around the world watching us, watching that parade, it was like looking up an old lady's skirt. You understand me? Under that, you see that bad body and that bad frame and that hair whipped and the skin tight. You see that on the outside. But when you lifted that skirt, you saw the girdle, you saw the leg braces, you saw the Bengay patches, you saw, the wig ain't tight. See, when they look at America, we look strong. But what that man just actually did was show that the seams are busting on American girdle. Like, we're not as strong as we pretend to be. Because strong people don't got to keep telling you how strong they are. Strong governments don't have to keep proving how strong they are. Look at all those other countries. They always have parades. They always say, we the best. We throwing it up. We the hardest. We out here. Look at our military. Look at our tanks. They're always doing that because they're not. That's false flagging. That loud talking won't shut up. America always sit back, stay quiet, and we were efficient with our tactics on proving that we are number one. And now, he didn't realize we've been false flagging the might and the power of America for the last 30, 40 years. We've been false flagging. And that's why we don't want to get in any war. Look at this. Everybody right now is saying, his own people is saying, don't get in no war. Don't do it now. I was with you for everything. I was with you for removing the Hispanics. I was with you for removing the Puerto Ricans. I was with you from the racism. I was with you with the hate. But damn it, don't go to war. Think about that. I want y'all to think about something that I'm thinking. He called in the military against our own people. You called in not the Army, not the Navy. You called in the U.S. Marine Corps, the best of the best of the best, sir. You called in the United States Marine Corps to protect America from America. Unarmed Americans. All of the people that's telling you not to go to war, they had no problem with you sending troops to protect LA from LA. I'm just asking somebody make me understand this now. I'm giving you a chance to speak and make it make sense to me. You release some of the most elite forces, military forces that America has on Americans, holding paper signs. Hell no, we won't go. With their arms in hand. You called out the National Guard unconstitutionally, mind you. Overriding the state and local police, overriding them. Overriding the governor of that state to send the most elite tactical forces to this city to stand around with their thumbs up their butt against their own people. Nobody said nothing about that. But I'm just giving y'all a little inside scoop on how bad this is. Nobody said nothing about him releasing troops, releasing the Marines, releasing nobody said nothing about that, okay? But all of a sudden, all of your own people are turning on you about don't go to war. Now, we was with you through all of that other stupid stuff. I'm telling you all this because you need to know how serious this is. His own people was with him through this whole stupid organization. All of the things that are happening right now, the kidnapping and the rest of it, they were with him 100% of the way until the other day when he said, yeah, I think we're going to go to war a little bit. Then when they ask him about it, he said, maybe we will, maybe we won't. Oh my God, y'all. This is not your silly ass childish girlfriend or boyfriend talking to you on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok. This is the whole President of the United States of America, the actual world leader of the planet, telling you, listen to this now. These are his words out of his mouth, and I'm going to quote him. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I don't know. We got to find out, look and see what happens. Maybe we will blow them up, maybe we won't go to war. The President of the United States just answered like a little junior high student, and no disrespect to junior high students. The only reason I'm saying that is in junior high, I wasn't mentally altogether there. So that's the kind of stupid crap that I would say. You think you're gonna still try to take Denise to the prom? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. Gotta play it out, play it by ear, see how it goes. You're talking about people's lives like you want to take a trip to the beach, but it's all depending on the weather. You ever had that? Where you got a plan for the beach. You want a plan to go to the beach, take your family to the beach, and your kids say, Dad, is we still going to the beach? Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Got a couple of clouds in the sky. It might rain. This is not the beach. This is not a family vacation. This is, you're playing with people's lives, and you're playing. Here, let me talk to you about one other thing. We're talking about lives, like taking people's lives. Lives are going to be lost. Lives are already being lost with the snatching of Medicare, Medicaid, and all the other subsidies that people need. Lives are already being lost as we speak this very moment. But you mean to tell me that maybe we will, maybe we won't with people's lives? Like it's nothing? Now, let's not talk about bloodshed. Let's not talk about bloodshed, because when we talk about war and we talk about pain and anguish, we always think about the mortality of it, right? We always think about it's either life or death. There's an in-between. In that in-between is your mental capacity. Let's talk about mental capacity right now. Let's talk about everybody with all the mental health issues going on right now here in America. Just America. I can't talk for everybody. Let's talk about just the American mental health crisis. How? This is a question for you, everybody. Let's not talk about life or death. Let's just talk about the mental well-being of the American people right now. The horror, the intense situations, the suspense every day that you wake up. You think somebody is about to walk through your yard every day and come and snatch you or your family members for whatever they feel like doing it for by strangers. How is your mental health? How is your mental health? How do you think the mental health is in all of the people around the country right now? Even the people that's perfectly sane, that's perfectly level-headed, right now after you lose your job, and I can speak on that because I am a man that has lost their job before, and there's no feeling on the planet like a man that cannot provide for his family because he lost his job. And 9 times out of 10, due to circumstances that was above him, he had no control over. He was just fired. He was just let go because some rich person said, you gotta go. No explanation, pick up your last check, turn in your badge kind of thing. It's like, wait, can somebody just sit down and explain this to me? Nope. No, we can't. See you later. One minute you have a whole full career. You've been to school for, you've been everything you've studied for years, whatever. You still owe student loans because you're still paying off for that career, and all of a sudden this job lets you go. That will mess up any man's or woman's mental health. Let's talk about relationships. When your wife or your husband just up and leave and go screw some ugly person that got less than you, make less than you, do less than you, ain't as fine as you, and you ask your significant other, Why did you pick that? All you had to do was tell me if that's what you wanted, I'd have gave to you, right? But she's uglier than me. Or he's uglier than me. She's fatter than me. He's fatter than me. He don't got shit either. She don't got shit either. Why did you pick them over me? Just explain it to me. And the worst part, no closure. When they be like, I don't know. That will make you snap and want to. When you are being mentally tortured with no explanation whatsoever, that will make people snap. That will make water boil. You hear me? And that's where we are right now in this country. There's a lot of horrible things happening. And there is no explanations for any of it. And the explanations are so silly and childish. Maybe we will, maybe we won't go to war. Nobody is thinking about the Americans' mental health crisis going on with all of this craziness we wake up to each and every single day. You know, I've been trying to put out good positive videos and show, I don't just sit around thinking about politics all day, because I don't. But damn it, I hate to wake up every day and check my bank account and check and see what everybody doing, check my videos and stats or whatever, and then turn around and see the first thing this sumbitch do when he wake up, the first thing I do when I wake up, drink me a glass of water, check my puppy, check my wife, check my bank account, stuff like that. This sumbitch, the first thing he do when he wake up is say, let's get rid of that Martin Luther King head down there in the stateroom. Let's do it on Juneteenth. Speaking of Juneteenth, let's get rid of Juneteenth altogether. What are we doing is the question. And this question is for everybody that still loves that man, because believe it or not, I seen a farmer. I think I told y'all this already. It's some farmers out there that lost everything, and they asked this farmer if he had a chance to do it all over again after knowing he gonna lose everything. Would he vote for Kamala? Well, no, I would just hope that he would do things different next time. No, that ain't what we asking you. Knowing what you know now, you can peek into the future. Would you still vote for this man? Well, I'm a Trumper, and I always be a goddamn Trumper. I would just hope that he handled things a little. That ain't what they asking you. And have you noticed, every time somebody asks anybody in this administration, or anybody that voted for him, or anybody that loved this man's dirty draws, every time you ask them a straightforward, point-blank question, a yes or no question, they won't answer it. They can't, they will not, they refuse to answer simple questions. Simple. Here's a question that they've asked every person in his administration. Would you do whatever he say do, even though the Constitution says don't do it? Well, because I'm at strict orders on it, that ain't what we asked you. The Constitution says ABC 1, 2, 3. But the President of the United States wants you to do LMNOP. Now, will you follow the Constitution, or will you follow the President? Well, while I'm potatoes, they have starch, okay? And I don't eat starch, you understand? So that has nothing to do with me. What? What, man? What? Every time they ask them a point blank, simple classroom question. Even even people like me can understand. This ain't in a bunch of legal garbage. This is straight up A. This is like the girlfriend note. Do you like me? Yes or no? Check one of the boxes. This how simple and stupid these questions be. Straightforward for these people. Do you follow the Constitution or do you follow the President of the United States? Well, follow. That's a funny word. I want to speak on follow for a moment because I am a follower of the Most High. And in the Bible, it says, thou shalt not steal. Huh? And in the book of Timothy, what? What? Nobody asks you about none of that. And this has been going on for over 6 months. No clear-cut answers to anything. It's just a lie after a lie that builds on a lie that ends in a lie. Nothing is ever solved. It's just a bunch of lies. And I'm to a point where I'm like, yo, what are we doing? What's the end goal here? Okay, if you were doing this to get rich, come on now, let's be for real. You're rich. You did it. You won. Your crypto, your golden shoes, your phone, your baseball cards, all that shit sold, your watches. It all worked. You're super rich again. When you were super broke, because when you started, you was in the rears with your money. Especially because you owe that woman that money, that 83 million. Now you super rich again. All your rich friends don't pay taxes. All your rich friends got richer. Can we quit now? Can we stop this and go back to doing American stuff? Because I can't make this up. I'm going to ask y'all a question. Does all of this feel like terrorism to you? I'm asking you, and I'm going to wait for you to answer. Does all of this feel like terrorism to you as it does to me? All of this feel like terrorist acts. And the call is coming from inside the house. These are the things that terrorists say and do and how they act. They had a sheriff just recently tell the American people, listen, there was a sheriff that told the American people, and he was so emboldened, he was proud of what he said, like he wrote this shit down, because he tried to say it slick, like he Walker, Texas Ranger or some shit. He told the American people, if you come down here, we are going to kill you with fire and fury. He said he was going to kill you. That sheriff said that not behind the scenes. No, he wasn't caught on camera or somebody's cell phone. That man said that during a live press conference. If you come down here, we're going to kill you. That's what he said. And I quote him. I'm not saying that he said that. Go and check it for yourself. And everybody is proud of this man for saying, if you come down here and protest against tyranny, that he was going to give his troops full permission to use whatever new handgun that they have just purchased from Palmetto State Armory. They've been dying to use it. And he still has his job. And he's the sheriff. He's not a deputy, he's not a patrol. No, he is the man that's supposed to be coming out front and leading by example. And this is what he's telling his rest of his troops and his units. I'm giving y'all full permission to make people body whistle. Had to cut another fan on for my puppy. Is this normal? I'm just asking y'all. And you know what? For the life of me, I don't even understand why all the black and brown people are busting heads. This is like a war inside of a war inside of a war. Brown and black people are going head to head. White and brown, white and black is going head to head. I even see some black on black head to head. We all don't like each other. You know what? I know what it is. I'm about to answer it. I know why you don't like me, why they don't like you, you don't like them. I know why. Because you hate yourself. It ain't the colors of the people that make you feel this way. You hate who you are. And you push that off on somebody else. And there's nobody else to hate. There's nobody else to take your self-hate out on. So you hate other people. And the easiest way to get away with it is join a group that hates another shade of the same group. I don't understand it. Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, black folks, we literally are from the same exact place. The only difference is they let you off the boat a little bit sooner than they let me off the boat. It's no difference. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. What make you think? You think you are better than me because they let you off the boat sooner than they let me off? Now let's tighten that up a little bit. You're brighter, fair-skinned, and fair-haired more than I am because they trapped you on an island where they could have their way with you and nobody can come and help. You were trapped on an island. They dropped you off on an island. There's only one reason that you're lighter than me. There's only one reason that your hair is straighter than mine. There's only one reason, and I'm going to let you figure that out yourself. But believe me, we both got the same DNA running through our veins. So for the life of me, I don't understand it. It reminds me of high school shit. It reminds me of high school. When I was in high school and you riding the doggone school bus home, how many people took the school bus home? You rode the yellow bus or you rode the city bus home from school with the rest of your classmates? Please raise your hand if you caught the bus home. When you were in high school or junior high, how many people caught the bus home? Even in elementary, how many people caught the bus home? Please raise your hand, please. This is very important. This is very important, what I'm about to ask you. If you rode the bus home from school, from elementary to high school, please raise your hand. Represent. This is very important. I know it seems silly, but it's not. It's very important. Okay. What's going on amongst the brothers and the sisters is no different than riding that bus home from school. The reason why I wanted to know who all rode that bus, so you could feel me, you could understand me. How many people would have to ride that bus and it let off a bunch of kids way before it let you off? You know, I'm one of the last stops, so I'm going to get to see where everybody live at. I'm going to get a chance to see everybody's neighborhood, everybody's raggedy house. I'm going to see your drunk ass mama and daddy on the porch. I'm going to see your mama walking through the streets because she high on drugs. I'm going to get a chance to see y'all beautiful house and y'all manicured lawn. How many people did that? While you ride on the bus, every student that got off and went home, you said, damn, they live here? Whoa! Heck, no wonder why they bullies. No wonder why they come home and be bullied, come to school and be bullies. God, you got to live in that. And then you get to those parts where the neighborhood got their pinky out. The lawns are manicured. Everybody out cutting their grass. All the cars are nice. It's men out there washing their cars with diapers and stuff. And ladies out there doing the little garden in front of the porch. You like, wow, one of these days, I want to live over here. Wow, this is a nice neighborhood. That's why that girl said no to me when I asked her, can I take her to prom? Yeah, she ain't feeling that. I get it now. Okay. That's what those slave ships were. The one thing that we all had in common from each and every one of those schools, we all went to the same damn school. We all came from the same school, and we all rode the same damn bus. The only difference is where it let you out at. That was not in your control. It was in the control of the bus driver, huh? The bus driver dictated where he was going to let you off at. Because that's his route. Now, whether you got off in Brazil, Belize, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, the States, you had no control over that. But we all came from the same place. We all rode the same bus or boat. They just let us off at different stops. That don't make you better than me, and it don't make me better than you. We gotta remember that. We were all on the same bus. We were all on the same boat. And just because they let you off early in a better neighborhood does not make you better than me. And vice versa. Well, I don't understand for the life of me why you don't like me when we are fighting amongst ourselves. Right now, I see a lot of silly ass arguments online. Black and brown people fight each other. You won't help us. We won't help you. I'm seeing a lot of that. But ain't nobody saying nothing about what they did. Man, you voted for this dude, yo. Look, if you lay down with this woman and she give you an STD, it's her fault. Do you understand that? If you lay down with this man and he gives you an STD, it's his fault. It is not the fault of the bar owner or the club owner that y'all went to earlier that served you the food, the meal, and the drinks. So why are you blaming the bartender for you laying down with a person with an STD? Self-hate, man. You hate yourself so much that you're trying to deflect it and reflect it off onto somebody else. And it's sickening. When the people that we should be standing up against is right now talking about maybe we will, maybe we won't go to war. Listen, I'm going to say this. And I've said this many a day. People say, it's the end of times, Led. Would always say, no, it ain't. I'm starting to question that now, though. Because in the Bible, it said in those days, people will think right is wrong, wrong is right, good is bad, bad is good, up is down, down is up. And there is no better way to describe what I see right now. And when people ask you, why do you feel that way? People get upset. Why did you vote that way? You get upset. I didn't say get upset. I just explain yourself so maybe I'll understand you better. And that's one thing we don't do. We do not try to understand each other. We just go off our own accord and whatever it is. However you feel in your opinion, that's what it is. Shouldn't be that way. Shouldn't be that way, but that's how it is. So, unfortunately, here we are. And I don't know what's going on. I'm lost. I'm lost. Everybody keep talking about if Sleepy Joe would have stayed in office, he was going to send the national debt up billions and trillions of dollars. Remember that? I'm just asking. I'm not saying Sleepy Joe was the greatest in the world. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying, I'm asking you, do you remember what everybody was saying? They said if he stay in office or if that woman, Kamala, gets in office, the national debt will go up by trillions of dollars in the first 4 years. How many people remember that? Even if you said it yourself, how many people remember that? See, people don't want to remember. They don't want to say nothing about it. They said, oh, if Sleepy Joe stay in there, or if Kamala go in there, the national debt going to go up. They said 4 years. They said it was going to take them 4 years to raise the national debt. They were like, oh, they just printing money. That money ain't even real. They just printing money. Where are they getting this money from? Remember that? Remember that? I'm asking. I just want to learn. Right? They said they're going to be printing money, so it's fake money, bringing down the worth of our dollar. He just did that and wasted that amount of money in one day for a parade. He's been in office for, what is this? He's been in office for almost only 5 months. Y'all gave Kamala 4 years to ring up the national debt. Y'all gave her 4 years to raise the national debt, or Sleepy Joe. He only needed 4 months. He did what y'all said that they was going to do in 4 years. They done in 4 months. Come on, tell me I'm wrong when I ain't. I'm asking. I'm just asking. I'm not hating. I'm just trying to, if you get it, make me understand it. Make me understand it. Can I say something else? Why are we paying for his golf trips? Why are we paying for him to go back and forth on all his little business trips? Why are we paying? Why are we paying that? Why are we paying for that? Why are we? Do you understand? He is making money by using the taxpayers' dollars. With all them golden shoes and phones and all the stuff that he's peddling, that's ours. He didn't have any money. He was a stone throw skip away from prison. And he owed a woman $83.3 million. He didn't pay her because he didn't have it. He said he didn't have it. All of a sudden, he's a multi-billionaire again. Where did this money come from? Muskrat didn't give him that. You did. By buying his shoes, buying his watches, buying all his garbage that you can get from Ross. Yo, people out there buying his trinkets like that at the farmer's market. And they saying he's making millions upon multi-million dollars on every piece of junk that he peddles to you. Crypto coins is worthless. Golden shoes, spray painted gold, worthless. Gold watches where the back of it say made in China, worthless. And people still falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. And I thought the hatred wouldn't stop most people because they just hate, they want to hate people, right? I get it. But you know what I don't understand? Everything that he promised all the idiots that love him so much, he lied to you, and he's showing you, screw you. He's showing you that he don't care. He's showing you, y'all said, a lot of those folks said that they didn't want to vote for Biden because he was going to send us to World War III. You're threatening lunatic world leaders. World leaders, listen, you're threatening world leaders that will come make your body whistle. He is literally threatening on his own social media site and right there on the news. You're threatening other world leaders. They're not world leaders. Dictators that will put something on your mind. They don't give a damn about you being the president of the United States. Listen, they became dictators because they don't care. They will smoke you like a ham. They don't care, man. They do not care. They will roast you like a freaking ham. And you think you coming across, you think you scaring them, especially after that damn parade for babies? What are we doing? That's all I got to say about that. We've been on here for an hour, and I didn't want to rant and rave. I'm asking everybody, please tell me what we're doing. Please tell me what's going on. Right? Please. And I'm going to play with this troll real quick. Illegal immigration costs U.S. taxpayers $150 billion. Okay, illegal immigration. I'm going to play with this. I'm going to play with this. You say illegal immigration costs the U.S. $150 billion. I'm going to play with this troll, and I'm going to set the record straight because you just set yourself up just like we on the pool table. right now, right? You said that illegal immigration, you said illegal, illegal, okay, immigration. You didn't say criminals. You didn't say people to take advantage of people's body. You said illegal immigration. Illegal immigration does not mean that they're breaking the law. Illegal immigrants are working the food industry in all the fields that you refuse to work in. So the illegal immigrants that you are talking about that are costing American $150 billion, I got two ways to hit that with you. Number one, they're bringing in quadruple that in producing our food. In picking and harvesting our food, they're quadrupling that. So say what you're going to say. Number two, if you get rid of all of those so-called illegal immigrants that you so much talking about costing the Americans 150 billion, right? How much are Americans gonna cost Americans when Americans have to go pick those strawberries, pick those beets, pick that sugar cane? Because an American that's, and don't even start it if you unionize, you're not going to go get paid $5 an hour. An American want every bit of $24 to $30 an hour to be out there in the hot sun with no bathroom. Oh, you need health care, you need bathroom breaks, you need lunch breaks, you need all of OSHA gotta come out there, it gotta be safe. Now, how much is America costing America to be out in those fields picking strawberries all day? Let's talk about it. Because I'll be damn, I know you. I don't even know you, and I know you ain't going out there in them fields and picking no freaking berries all freaking day with your fingertips for $4 or $5 an hour. So all illegal immigrants, let me take this one step further for you. You think all illegal immigrants just came into the country, snuck over the fence, and just was like, I'ma just go start working on this dude's farm? Shut up. Shut up. Because that just lets you know how ignorant the American people are on how this place is run. You know where, you want to know where most of the illegal immigration comes from? Huh? It comes from the same place where the drugs come from. They import it in. Them farmers know I cannot hire 200 Americans. I can't afford to hire 200 Americans that's unionized, $30 an hour a piece to pick my strawberries. This farm will go under in less than 3 months if I do that. The farmers are the ones that's going to hire and sending for the immigrants to come over. Who you think is paying the truck driver to help sneak them across the border? Think about it. They ain't making no money. The people that's sneaking in the country illegally, if this man is driving the truck, where's the money coming from? It ain't coming from the cartel, because the cartel don't want him to go. The cartel want to use him for free. No. The farmers and the look, even your mighty president got him running his Mar-a-Lago. He want them all deported except for the ones he owned. Don't that sound like the presidents of old? I want to abolish slavery, but I want to hang on to a handful of them, though, for myself. It's no different. You think y'all so blinded and so hornswoggled that you don't even sit and think. You don't even sit and think. You just follow orders of what you're being told by lunatics. You don't even stop and ponder how much sense that makes. For instance, it's no different than you think every drug dealer is out there selling drugs because they just love selling drugs. No. When this government in this situation put you in a pinch and you ain't no jobs, ain't nothing else to do, and this easy money right here to feed your family, and that usually is what births a lot of illegal dudes. Y'all can keep playing games all you want to, whether you a troll or not. And I hope you AI. I hope you're AI because I just taught you something, AI. It's not a bunch of people that's trying to sneak in this country because they ain't got shit better to do. AI, if you listening, it's the actual farmers and the business owners that are sneaking the immigrants into the country. And you want to know something? They want them to stay illegal. They don't want them to get their papers and documents and become American citizens. Because if they get their American citizenship, that means all of a sudden they got to start paying them $30 an hour. They want them illegal immigrants. I'm going to ask you another question. If that's you learning from me, AI, I'm going to hit you with another one. I want you, anybody in here, to do your research and check any farm, USA, and ask, how many Americans do you have employed on your farm? How many Americans are working in those fields side by side with the immigrants? I bet you $1 to a donut is none. Because ain't no American in their right mind going to go pick berries for $5 an hour when you can go in McDonald's and hold a mop all day and talk shit and get paid at least 15. You gotta be foaming at the mouth if you believe in any of this immigration stuff. They got y'all so hornswoggled and y'all talking about some they taking all the jobs, but you wanna know something I don't see? I don't see one white man or one black man in a field picking no damn berries that don't belong to him. I see brown people doing that all across America. I don't see white folks, I don't see black folks in no almond fields shaking no almonds. I don't see no black folks and I don't see no white folks out there pulling no damn peaches and plums and no apricots in the hot sun with a big old hat on all day for $5. I don't see it. It's not on PBS. It's not on CBS. It's not on CNN. You won't see it. Every time I see something about agriculture, I see brown folks. The only time that I see white folks is he's the one being interviewed, telling you about his farm and the quality that he looks for. And you don't see him out there picking no damn peaches. You see brown people doing it. You don't see black people doing it. You see brown people doing it. The white dude is over there with the reporter giving his documentary on how his apricot farm runs or how his almond groves run. Or you, that's all you don't. Let's be realistic. So AI, I hope I taught you something, or Chat GPS or Chat GPT, whatever your name is. Go research that and learn from that. Do your research, and then we'll talk about who is actually truly smuggling in the immigrants. The ones that's actually coming in is like, hey, brother, my boss said he got a job for you, but I don't got no way to get you here. He said you'll come in making $5 an hour, and if you work hard enough, in about 4 years, you could probably become a United States citizen. The dude on the other phone in Mexico like, word? I could do that? Yeah, cousin, come on over any way you can. It never fails. It never fails. It never fails. He's on the phone telling him to come any way he can so he can try to start a new life in America and leave the cartel. Who wouldn't want to do that? And you want to know something? What happens? Soon as he's able to cross that border and he make his way to that farm, that farmer hires him immediately. That farmer doesn't call the border patrol. That farmer doesn't call the police. If y'all want to arrest people, the farmer should go too. Because ain't that harboring? Ain't that getting in the way of justice? Yeah, see, y'all full of shit. Because he's so-called, if they're illegal, he's illegal because he know they're illegal. Because he sent for them. He knows they're illegal. He don't want Americans. We charge too much, and every time Americans need $30 an hour. We need union pay. We need sick leave. We need maternity leave. We need holiday pay. We need overtime pay. Ain't no farmers out there hiring no Americans. So guess who's taking the hit right now? Farmers. Because all of them rounding up the immigration, you're taking every last worker they got. Ain't no Americans left. Every farmer that I've seen on the news is like, well, we got to fold up, close up. What? So you trying to tell me most of your workers, if not 100% of your workers, were, let's come on now, they telling on themselves now, while the people pointing fingers at immigrants. So you're trying to say, you know good and damn well that you had a farm full of 200 immigrants that you did not report to Border Patrol nor your local police department. So much so that if they were to come and detain every last worker that you got, and they're all Hispanics or immigrants, you don't have anybody left on your whole farm to establish, to even keep your farm open a little while longer? That your John Deere tractor ain't that good. I don't care which one you got. Your John Deere tractor can only do so much. So please, miss me with that illegal immigrant bullshit. I don't want to hear that no more. Until you tell me, while they're rounding them up, take that farmer too, or take these corporate people too that's hiring all of these maids and people, the house cleaners and lawn care professionals. These companies only hire those brown people because they know they ain't going to pay them much, so their company can thrive and grow. Take them too. Why are we talking about it's the immigrants' fault for being immigrants, when we ain't seeing where this all stems from? They're being shipped over here from these corporations that want cheap labor. See, this happened already. It was called slavery. That's why I said in my other video, it's a civil war going on, man. It's a civil war and ain't nobody saying anything about it. It's actually happening again. This time, they just happen to be brown. They're fighting over immigration, which is a nice, fancier, pinky out ass word for really modern day slavery. Let's keep it 100. Ain't nobody in their right MF in mind in America about to try to go working in no hot field for no $4 or $5 an hour. Nobody. The only person that's going to work for whatever the hell you give them is a person with nothing to lose, or everything to lose. Let's put it like that. If you say this, if you say, either you come and work for me for $3 an hour, or I'm calling in the morning, I'll have you out of here. What is it going to be? Either you can work for $3 an hour and you show looking nice in that skirt. If you let me go and rub on that apple and you make $3 an hour, you can stay. I'll even hire your children. What does that sound like to you? That's what's happening right now. That sounds like 400 years ago. What you gonna do? Call the police? He said if I lay down with him, he'll let me stay. And he said wait a minute. He said he was gonna call y'all if I said no. Sorry, wrong number. Housekeeping. They find out and figure out they have no choice, just like we didn't have no choice. Our ancestors didn't have no choice because they playing games with your life. But all of a sudden, again, it's immigrants' fault. But at the same time, I have the proof that it's not just immigrants' fault at all. It's not. It's the corporations' fault. And you want to know how I can prove it? It's because all of these corporations are falling because of these raids, and they're removing all of these immigrants. You can't remove 60% of your workforce and think that it's all going to be okay. You can't vote for deportation of immigrants when 80% of your workforce are immigrants. How stupid can you be? See, it's a double-edged sword. You wrong for treating them folks like that. You wrong for not paying them what they worth, because you know ain't nobody else going to do it. But at the same time, you are kind of giving them a shot to become an American citizen. It's a double-edged sword. Hard cross to bear. But you can't fool me, whether it's trolls or it's AI or it's just plain old American homegrown, what do they get? Grassroots dumbass people. You can't trick a brother like me. You can trick yourself and you can trick your dumbass kids. You can't trick and fool me. You don't pay enough. All the people that keep screaming out, America, America, America. You don't pay enough attention to how America works. You just like saying America. You remind me of my old, I had a 1964 Ford Galaxy 500 XL. I'm going to repeat that for you just in case you don't know. When I was younger, I had a 1964 Ford Galaxy 500 XL. I had that mug sitting on dubs, spinners, candy paint, reflective gold metal chips in my paint flipping. The outside was immaculate, beautiful, gorgeous. Inside of the 64 Ford Galaxy wasn't no floor. Exhaust fumes came in, so my babies couldn't ride in it. My wife didn't want to be in it. I was scared one of my babies might fall through the floor, because it was literally like a Flintstone car on the inside. Rats lived in the back seat, and you couldn't put nothing in the trunk because you open the trunk and look straight down to the ground. So the outside of my 1964 Ford Galaxy 500 XL looked just like Ice Cube's Impala. His green Impala. Exact same color, everything. The inside looked like what you can probably imagine hell for cars look like. It must have looked like what hell for automobiles must look like. Because the inside, you didn't want to touch nothing, you know? And back then, when my friends would run up to the car when I come, you know, hidden switches, had a nerve to have hydraulics on it. I'm hitting switches. Before they can get to the car and look inside, I would jump out real quick. What's up, dog? Oh, man, that's you? Yeah. Back up, man. I don't want you to get my paint. That's America. America is a false flagger. America is just a big candy shell with a doo-doo center. People just like to say America, but they don't know what's inside, because America sounds shiny. America sounds great. America sounds powerful. America is... it's a trick. But until you get inside of America and be like, hey, They said this is not the McDonald's hamburger that y'all showed on the commercial. Uh, wait, my friend. Wait, my friend. Hey, my friend. Where is Big Juicy Whopper? Huh? You said, my friend, Big Juicy Patty. You know, hamburger like this, you know? You know, I watch the commercial. You know, for years I was a little child. I see the commercial, the hamburger. You know, what is this? You give me this? I come all the way to America and to see some McDonald's, and you say you give me this? What is this? It's America. That commercial was false flagging. So people like the idea of America. They like the idea. But they don't really want to see this gangster shit. They come over here and they leave and go back to their countries like America is full of shit. I know a lot of Canadians and they don't live here. They right over the border and they be like, no, thank you. Y'all full of shit. It's the truth. So my question to you is, please, somebody answer me. You could be a troll. I'll listen. I won't erase you. I'm not erasing nothing off of this video unless it's, you know, of course, derogatory and gross and, you know, if it's adult, I'm going to leave your comment up. If you try to make a point, no matter how smart or dumb it sounds, I'll leave it up. I will take down all kind of ridiculousness though, okay? But for the most part, I'll leave your comment up because I'm asking for you to make me understand what the hell are we doing? We are literally teeter-tottering on war with 3 or 4 different countries. We have threatened Canada, Greenland, Panama, Mexico. It's funny. We keep threatening everybody except for Russia. We keep threatening everybody except for Korea. So, we did this to ourselves, and I'm saying we as the American whole. And that's how we need to start thinking of this. We as a whole did this to ourselves. What's happening to America right now is self-inflicted. You might say, I didn't vote for that. I know you didn't. But you let this dude get away with it. See what I'm saying? See, to me, America is like playing good cop, bad cop. We say, like for me, I didn't vote for this. I voted the other direction. I didn't vote for this, right? But, and what I'm trying to do now, I'm trying not to let the people that did get away with it. I'm putting you on blast. I'm putting you on Front Street. But we've been doing this for years, playing good cop, bad cop. Good cop, dirty cop, right? We have. You be like, I didn't do that, so it's not my fault. Yeah, but it's up to you to put the people in check that is dirty. In the police department, you got good cops, you got bad cops. It's up to the good cops to keep the bad cops in check. It's up to the good cops to tell on the bad cops. It's up to the good cops to bring the light to what the bad cops are doing. That's America. Just because you voted for the right side of history, it's your job to confront and put on blast the people that ain't. Stop letting them get away with the bullshit. Stop letting them lie. Call them out on their lies. Do your research and tell them the truth. That's doing your part. While you're letting them lie, we should be upholding the truth. So something going to end up counterbalancing. I didn't say go in there and put your dukes up and no. As much as they lie, you give 2 times the truth. That's all I'm saying. Every time they lie, you tell 2 truths. It's like fixing your credit. You understand? You can have bad credit. You got bad credit on this card. Well, go get 2 cards and keep those crispy. That'll override that bad card, that bad credit. That's what we got to do. For every lie that's told, we need to bring forth to light 2 truths to overshadow the lies. And that's where we come in. I'm not going to let you just lie. Because if I keep letting you lie, my children may get hold of this information and start believing you. If I don't stand up for the truth, that's leaving it wide open for my children to get one side of this story, which is your lie. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I mean it. So that's where I stand, man. I don't know what this country is doing. I don't know where we going. But right now, if you are not preparing in each and every kind of way you think you can, and I'm not just saying physically preparing with food, preparing with water and supplies, I'm also saying get your mental together. Get your health together right now. Because this is about to be mental and spiritual warfare at its height. Y'all always spitting spiritual warfare. This is spiritual warfare. Okay? This is really it. Time has come. You don't have to just say that little whack cliche no more. It is really, truly spiritual warfare. And it's really, truly mental and physical warfare. So what do? You just keep on saying it because it sounds good coming out your mouth? Or you like the way you sound when you say mental warfare, spiritual warfare? No, you pick up arms now. Stop sitting back and talking about it spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare means what? Yeah, now what? Pick up arms. And I'm not saying bangs. I'm talking about, educate yourself. Educate yourself. Educate yourself. If you know that we are going through spiritual, mental, and physical warfare, choose your weapon. Your weapon is those books. You want to know why they're getting rid of all those books? Because that's your weapons. You not a gun, not a knife. See, haven't you paid attention, huh? They are making guns and knives more accessible. They don't care about your guns and your knives, right? They don't care how many guns and knives erase people off the face of this earth. They don't care. They don't care how unsafe automobiles are, taking people off the face of this earth. They don't care about that. But you know what they do care about? The real weapon is the book. The real weapon is knowledge. They're not putting laws up against gun violence. They're not putting laws up against stabbings. They're not putting laws up against terrorism. But they are removing books. They're removing the knowledge because that book can tell you how to defend yourself from any other man-made weapon known to man. They are literally breaking the law and going and removing and burning books from all of our institutions, our historical institutions, our museums, because knowledge is that dangerous. Just like the book of Eli, the knowledge that was in that Bible, it can either control men to do right or control men to do wrong. Books. Knowledge. is the most dangerous weapon on the planet. Just so I can prove that, some of the most dangerous men in the history of the world never picked up a firearm. Some of the most dangerous and deadly assassins on the planet has never picked up a firearm. They picked up a book, and one of them invented the atom bomb. With his knowledge, he can destroy every living thing on this planet. He can turn this planet into a floating rock in outer space with the knowledge he had in his mind. You can have all the guns and missiles and dynamite you want in the world, but you can't do no more than what that man had inside his mind, that he died with all that knowledge. Einstein died with all that knowledge. We don't even realize what was inside his brain cavity was a freaking nuclear bomb. That inside of his cranium, more powerful than anything on the planet. And they know that. So they're removing anything that's going to make any of us become the next Einstein. They're removing any and everything that's going to make us become the next great professor, the great scientist. They're even saying science is fake. They rather you go play football or go be a great boxer so somebody can knock your damn brains loose, because that's how they want you. They don't want nobody to be able to understand what you're saying. Punch harder, champ. Yeah. Hit him harder. Make sure he never sees tomorrow. They like us to fight each other and bang each other to keep them entertained. They don't want you learning shit. Again, the dumber you are, the easier it is for you to be controlled. Simple. It's not rocket science. It's simple. When our ancestors were slaves, out of all the things they gave you, they even wanted you to learn about their Jesus. They wanted you to be out close to their mansion. Out of all of the little pieces of freedom they would give you, can't read. If you get caught reading, that's going to be the number one way that we actually eliminate you. Because what you do is you take the smartest one and you get rid of them. If you got rats or if you got mice in your house, true story. If you've ever had mice or if you've ever had rats, you start to notice a pattern. There's a boss. There's one of the smartest, like being the rat. Being the two of us, we look no more. There's always the smartest rat. There's always the smartest mouse. That mouse or that rat is the one that's so brave, I'm going to jump up on that counter and steal that piece of cake. I'm going to jump up on this refrigerator and steal that box of crackers. And then I'm going to bring food back to the rest of you. That smartest rat or that smartest mouse, after a while, if you stay up long enough at night, you see that same mouse, that same rat every night doing the same stuff. But you know what you also pay attention to? Can you tell I've had rats and mice before in my life? If you pay attention, you know what you also see? You see the other little stupid mice down at the bottom, waiting for the strong one, the smart one. They're down on the floor watching the smart rat, learning from him. The smart rat looks over the counter and tell them other rats, come on, follow how I got up here. Jump on the garbage can, jump on the curtain, and then jump on the countertop. Next thing you know, don't kill that smart rat yet, just keep watching. If you wait about a good week, all of those mice or all of those rats will do the exact same thing that smart rat did. He just taught all of them how to get free food. Now, in their DNA, each and every one of those smart rats or smart babies are going to teach their babies how to get up on that countertop and get free food so they can procreate. It's no different than human beings. You know what we do? You don't aim at the other rats that's looking up at the smart rat. You take that smart rat out. You get rid of that smart rat, and the other rats are going to scurry. They're going to be easy picking. You put down a few glue traps, and you got the rest of them. But that smart one that's brave, stands out, and is daring, you got to get rid of him. He know too much. And that's how they actually do the rat trick with everybody in human race. If you see a smart, strong leader, got to get rid of him. He talking too much. He doing too much. So the dumber you, they don't want you smart. They want you to stay a rat. They want you to stay a mouse. But they don't want you to know anything. Because if you just a rat or just a mouse, you become a pet. They like pets. You understand? Let me stop because I done went too deep. My question to you is, what are we doing? What are we doing? Right? With that being said, I'm sorry for this. I was totally unprepared. I ain't even got my britches up. Sorry about all that, y'all. I done talked to y'all this whole time with my drawers out. I'm sorry. I have my pants around my ankles. I'm confused. Why would you take Martin Luther King's statue out of the White House? He ain't did nothing. This man owns about 3 or 4 or 5 different mansions. Why you need to take, you ain't even in the White House. You be in your own house in Florida. Why take that man, Martin Luther King? Because Martin Luther King probably be talking to him at night. Hey, I bet you Martin Luther King statue be like, hey, hell you doing? See, y'all know the Martin Luther King that talked like this, and he was very professional, and he spoke, he was a speaker, a man of justice. But when Martin Luther King wasn't in public, I bet you he was just like anybody else's daddy. Hey, what you doing? You know that's some bullshit, don't you? I seen what you did over there at Mar-a-Lago. You know they're gonna find out about that bullshit. That was some stupid. Hey, where your old lady at? Why ain't she never around? Them goofy ass kids, you a boy, you dumb as a rock. You don't know, you said all that stuff today, you don't know what you be talking about, do you? My statue been in this mansion for years since they died till they killed me. And I done listened to every president, but you, by far, my friend, are the stupidest one I done seen come through here so far. He probably was finally, hey, somebody come in here. Get this statue out of here. I can't concentrate. Get him out of here. Because I bet you that statue be talking his damn ear off. Hey, you trying to sleep? Did you sleep? Hey, wake up. I got to ask you a question. That stupid shit you said today on the news. Exactly what did you mean? Was you bullshitting or you just that stupid? I'm just trying to figure out what you... I bet you that Martin Luther the King head be talking his ear off, driving him crazy like the ghost of Christmas past. I bet you that mug be driving him nuts. That's what be making him do crazy stuff. He be listening to the Martin Luther the King head inside the White House. He finds like, somebody get rid of this head. Get rid of this freaking head. Put it in a box somewhere. Bury it in the backyard. That Martin Luther the King head be talking his damn ear off. Boy, you surely is stupid. I wish I had some hands on this head because I would smack the shit out you so dumb. I promise you. Boy, you stupid. Look, as you pretending to be stupid, I ain't gonna lie to you. I be looking at some of the stuff you do, and I be sometime wondering, is you acting? Because I know you had that little show, The Apprentice or whatever it was it, The Apprentice? Something like that? Is you still acting or is you this real stupid? I refuse to believe you this dumb. Now, my head sat up in this building when George W. Bush was in here, and that was one goofy son bitch. But you, please tell me you acting. Please tell me you still think you on the set of The Apprentice. Please, because you can't be this stupid. You can't be stupider than that dude. You know the dude I'm talking about. Fool me once, shame on you. You remember him? Can't be that stupid. Please tell me you acted. That he go Google it, look on your news. He removed the Martin Luther King head. Go on Juneteenth. Go look at it for yourself. That sucker he removed the Martin Luther King head because I think that Martin Luther King head, somebody probably put a microphone inside of a little speaker and was like, hey, is you sleep? He be waking up like, would you let me sleep? No, man, I ain't gonna let you get away with that bullshit. I need to talk to you because your old lady too stupid to talk to you. And all your yes men ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna talk to you about a half an hour, maybe 3 hours. I don't know. Shit. Let me go, y'all. Got my pants on now. I'm feeling kind of. Go Google it. Go look it up. He took that Martin Luther King head up out of the White House. Go look. And I just told you why I think he did it, allegedly. All right, everybody, I love y'all. Have a beautiful day. Please join me tomorrow because I'm going to be talking about the tractor. You can ask me all the questions, and I'm going to be asking you questions because I don't know everything. We're going to be teaching each other. This country is so full of hate. There will be no fixing this. Ain't no fixing this one at all. With that being said, Lead Farmer 73, welcome to Numerica. I love you. Stay safe. Keep your head down. And I'm out. Guava.